Yet another world leader and chief executive counterpart came calling on the president late this afternoon to express commitment to values, advocacies, and shared policies held dear, and to talk greater cooperation on trade and climate change, among others. And as our Kenneth Paciente reports, New Zealand Premier Christopher Luxon made it crystal clear his country's firm stand on the rule of law and a rules-based international order in matters of maritime security.
The bilateral meeting of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon during the latter's official visit to the country was a fruitful one, in which various matters were discussed and agreed to in enhancing the two countries' relations. President Marcos Jr. said this will pave the way for a more extensive cooperation between Manila and Wellington in various sectors that include trade, investment, defense, environment, climate change, maritime security, people-to-people linkages, among others.
On the economic front, the Philippines will continue to partner with New Zealand in maximizing the benefits of the rules-based trading system as strengthened by international arrangements such as the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP, and the ASEAN, Australia, and New Zealand Free Trade Area. We will remain committed as fair and active stakeholders in this globalized and highly connected economic system, with the end goal of further realizing inclusive and sustainable development for our peoples.
The two leaders also affirmed in abiding by international rules-based order on the issue in South China Sea. They reiterated the right of freedom of navigation, overflight, and other lawful uses of the sea in accordance with international law. They also recognized the 2016 arbitral award that upholds the rights of the Philippines in the disputed territories well within the country's exclusive economic zone.
Philippines welcomes New Zealand's continued commitment to advocate for the peaceful resolution of disputes in accordance with international law, including through the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Your support, Mr. Prime Minister, and that of the New Zealand government strengthens the overarching principles on which our continued march to prosperity and regional security are anchored.
The Philippines and New Zealand are also set to enter into a defense and maritime agreement to strengthen peace in the region. They committed to sign Mutual Logistics Supporting Arrangement, or MLSA, by the end of 2024, and to concluding the Status of Visiting Forces Agreement, or SOVFA. President Marcos Jr. and Prime Minister Luxon also agreed to elevate bilateral ties of the Philippines and New Zealand to a more comprehensive partnership by 2026. They also shared interest in preserving peace and stability at sea.
Accordingly, we look forward to the institutionalization of our bilateral endeavors in maritime security that will have our respective law enforcement and civilian agencies working together to address common threats at sea. Our comprehensive maritime cooperation is envisioned to deal with a wide range of issues, from piracy to illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing, terrorism in the maritime domain, contraband smuggling, wildlife trafficking, amongst others.
Meanwhile, the government of New Zealand reiterated its readiness to work with the Philippines toward increased prosperity and security for both countries.
President Marcos and I have reflected on the challenges faced by our region and the international environment. As two Indo-Pacific democracies, we share values and a common outlook on the world, of here in the Philippines in the immediate region.
Luxon arrived in Malacanang at around 4:30 in the afternoon and was accorded arrival honors. This is the first visit by a New Zealand Prime Minister to the Philippines in the last 14 years. Kenneth Paciente from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.